Hi there, welcome to the Obachon Chatter 2. I'm here to recap Season 3, Episode 5 of The Valley. Okay, we see Michelle, Isabella, and Asher go to gymnastics class. And because their kids in gymnastics. And Michelle starts saying that she was in gymnastics ever since she was about 4 or 5. Her father brought her to a gym and showed her the events and asked her if this is something that she would be willing to do, that she would like to do. He said, yeah. So he said, I'm going to bring you back and you're going to go to the Olympics. And she said, I didn't even know what the Olympics was, but I was down for this shit. So she said her life is really disciplined because she lived the life of a potential Olympic gymnast. So she said she's real strict discipline. So she says she's good at that. That's the only thing she ever cared about her whole life was just gymnastics. So she said her father left them when her mother. She saw her father recently when her mother passed, and she said they went out to have coffee, and she said it was really nice. And the thing that hit me, where I guess it hit her too, is as long as they had been divorced, he said, my wife died today. Yeah. And she said that was peculiar for her, but she knew that her father loved the parents. She said before her father left the home, he came and asked him, could I leave? She said her father went with undiagnosed mental issues, so he always thought somebody was in pursuit of him and that they would hurt. Where's my tissue? They would hurt. I gotta give me a tissue, y'all. Hold on a second. Oh, I got a box of tissue. I like shit my nose. I'm coming. Y'all know I don't know how to edit or nothing. And I got it. Man, my whole nose was full. Okay. I can't use that tissue no more. It's done. So anyway, she said he was undiagnosed with mental issues, and he said that he needed to leave for them to be safe. So she said the motherfucker just left. So that shit was sad. So anyway, she said her and Tom had planned a trip. They was talking about going on a trip. And they thought it would be great to go to San Diego because they both like San Diego. There's a lot of awesome stuff to do. So she said they rented a huge house and they're going to invite everybody. So Nia said she good to coexist with anybody as long as they got a big enough space. So we see Zach, Brittany, and Christian go to a spa. He going to get a spray tan. I think they're getting Brazilian waxes. Yikes. So anyway, he in there talking to the lady, and Brittany on that she first. So she having a pool party, and she like Christian to come with her because she said her very first one she ever got, Christian was with her. And Christian, they're going to a pool party, so they want to be, you want to look hygienic. So they doing what they do, and Zach come around the corner and catch Christian. He said, oh my goodness, vagina flaps all in his face. So he said he didn't seen their vagina so much he don't want to see him no more. So they start, after everybody do the spray tan and the Brazilian, they Zach, Brittany, and Christian start talking about her and Luke date night. And she said it was straight at first, and he said, but it went bad. And he said, yeah, but it's good that y'all talking. She said, but yeah, he not listening to me. He not respecting what I say. All he want to talk about is wanting to have sex. And she said, and then the dogs and the baby. She said, and then this motherfucker get him and say, do you want me to help me? What the fuck you think? So she said she just don't even know how to deal with them. She said, if he keeps saying how bad he hate L.A., I'm probably going to slit this motherfucker's throat. But she didn't say that. She said, I'm sick of him talking about how terrible it is. And it is a headache, because I was married to somebody who fucking cared about. He was one of them people. And I guess there are people like that where his mood is determined by the weather. Like, he was born in California. It's always sunny in California. Motherfucker, it ain't sunny in California until 1 o'clock in the afternoon till all that goddamn smog burn off. And that's even if it does. He used to get on my nerves and say, I'm like, nigga, you in the South. with all these trees and fresh air and shit, you worrying about being in California? Man, get the fuck out of here. So anyway, she said, I don't want to hear about that shit because we started talking about this and we had decided when it was time for her ass to go to school, the baby, that we would move and find a place with more land and blah, 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 where he can take his ass fishing or whatever it is he like to do. So Zach says that, you know, you might have, it's like trauma transfer. You go he said for Zach it's like trauma transfer. He said, because when you get mad, you just don't want to play no more. It ain't no dropping no drones and, you know, single shots. Your ass dropping. You go nuclear and you just shake that motherfucker. And it's debilitating for him. So he said, you got to watch how you come to this motherfucker. So you're like, whatever. I said he gave her good advice. Zach do give good advice. So Chris said, I don't know. What he want me to say to him? Fuck him? Fuck you? Yeah, that's probably what he want me to say. But she was like, oh, I'm just tired of him. So Britt told him that after she had Jack's baby, after she had Cruz, Jax treated her poorly. She said, and I'm just going to tell you, too, that, you know, postpartum is a bitch. So she said people think having babies, I don't know why they would have a baby make shit better. Nah, if it wasn't doing good, it ain't going to do good when you have no baby either. It will for periods. So we see Michelle, Lala, and Janet, and they doing Pilates. And then they stopped at the Pilates, and Michelle asked her, how do you feel when you see pics of all of us together? And she was like, it kind of feel weird, you know, because I'm not in that. So Lala said to her, Janet and Jason, that Janet and Zach need to go out and get drunk. They need to get fucked up. And she said, he blocked me because of Nia. So Janet said, I don't know what to do. I'm going to have a game night, and I'm going to invite everybody. And she said, well, I'm not going to invite Nia, and I ain't going to invite Danny. And she was like, why you ain't going to just invite them anyway? If the motherfuckers say no, they say no. So she was like, yeah, that's probably right. And guess what? They did say no. They didn't come. And Jasmine and Melissa ain't come neither. We're almost there, y'all. Almost. We see a scene with Lacey and Jessica. Can I just tell y'all something? I don't really like Lacey. She's too goddamn smart. And she ain't all that cute to me. She kind of look like a fucking kid. So they go to have snacks with Isabella. Isabella don't act like this. She don't act like this with Michelle. She act like a damn fool to me with Jesse. And why the fuck do these people be carrying these grown-ass kids? And she acting all, man, put her ass down. Especially if you tell her to do something, she tell you no. I ain't finna do that for Lacey. So she really trying to get her to do your phonic dance. And she was like, no, I'm not gonna do no phonic dance, whatever the fuck. And then Lacey said, can I say something? Please do not make your daughter perform for me. She is not a clown. That is, I don't know. I don't like that bitch. I don't like Lacey. And she said, may I give you some parental advice? Please don't teach your child secrets. So he started talking, are you excited? Jessie be kissing her ass too. Are you excited? The divorce a bit. Yeah, I'll be excited when that motherfucker finish. So we can stop talking about it. So she said, no, it feels the same. And then she started asking him about, he got some toys in the garage. She asked how long that shit been out there. He said 6 months. She said he's a hoarder. And I think she said she is too. But he said, but I threw a bunch of jeans away. And then we found out she got a doomsday bag, but she don't want us to know what's in it because he asking her on TV and it's supposed to be private. And she got a doomsday bag, but the motherfucker ain't in her house. So where the fuck is it? And where are you when it's doomsday? I was like, I don't know. She just ain't my favorite. So she said inside her bags, it's acid tap. She went down a rabbit hole during COVID. So she sat around and she don't got no bomb shelter. She just got a bag. And she said she got acid tablets in it and a generator. And I put right here, she annoys me. Her bag is off the grid. You off the grid too, goddamn it. So he said he don't really want to get rid of the toys because, you know, might be a baby coming one day. And she said, oh, you having a baby with somebody? That shit was funny as hell. So he said, maybe one day. No, it don't seem like, I don't think she want to have no baby with you, Jesse. So listen, this game night that she having, she got a hostess. And like I said, no Jasmine and Melissa, no Nia and Danny. The game seemed like it's fun, that they're having a good time. Lala said she's going to suck at everything, especially if you ask her to do some fucking math. But if you ask her about housewives and some designer label, you got her. So, the pool party is Friday. So, after they had the game night, everybody had fun. I think it was Michelle and them. Brittany, Jason, whoever was on that team, they won. The ladies started talking, and I see what they say about Janice. She still do this shit. So they start talking, and Janice say, you know, we're supposed to be going to staying in his house, but I don't know. You know, I'm really nervous about that. And then Lala said, you just need to talk to Zach, right? Because, you just need to talk to Zach. And he said, yeah, because he give me the rundown. I'll be seeing from COVID all the way up to now on all your receipts, all the shit you done did, and all the people. She said, well, that's what I'm saying, Janet. What I do, it's hard to apologize for shit, and I'm not specifically sure what I'm supposed to be apologizing for. So she started that shit, right? She started that, you know, it was crazy how when I walked in there, she talked to me. And then, you know, why is it cool for Danny to like shit I like that somebody posted on the internet that my husband liked watching me have sex with other people? Is that right? Is that right? And that's when Brittany just lose her shit. She said, you know what? I'm trying to have a fucking party. I'm trying to have a life. I'm trying to have a man. I'm still dealing with divorce. I'm fucking around here eating buffalo chicken dip with chips. I'm getting fat as a motherfucker. And every time I turn around, whenever I get with y'all motherfuckers, I gotta listen to this one talking about this one, that one talking about that one, this one talking about this one. And then all y'all want me to fix this shit, and I'm tired of it. I'm having a fucking pool party. Whoever the fuck I want to come to my pool party can come to my pool party. And if you don't want to fucking come, don't come. I'm tired of it. But we all need to get together before we take our asses to San Diego. So that's when Jen started crying. I'm afraid. I think I'm going to lose you guys. Girl, get out of here. So Jan told us, you know, Brittany said, can't nothing never get solved with you because the shit that y'all get to talking, you fucking just walk off. So you need to sit there in your shit and solve it. And y'all need to stop putting me in the middle of that. Now, Brittany said it, but she didn't say it like me. Nobody delivers shit like I do. I'm just saying. So, you know, Brittany upset. So Jen is like, I just don't want to lose you guys. And she said, now that I see how upset it's making Brittany, I don't want her to feel like this. I don't want to put you guys in the middle of it. Yes, you do, bitch. That's why you sitting here talking about it now. If you don't want to put the motherfuckers in the middle of it, then the people that you got to beef with is the motherfuckers that you need to be talking to. You're going the long way, the wrong way. Woo! We had Brittany pool party. Zach says he's cool. And him and Christian, they cool. Tom talks about his date with the group of people. He said he liked Natalie. And Jesse said, what you doing with Natalie? I want you with Michelle. And I said, oh, Adelaide is such a cute baby. So Brittany got a nanny, and I think all the ladies with babies, they took them upstairs to be with the nanny. So Jesse asked Danny if he was wearing drawers the day at this pool party. He said, yeah. And Brittany cooked some buffalo chicken dip, and it looked good as fuck. The ladies start discussing when they go to San Diego, they want to have this contest where they dress the men up like women wearing heels, make them run the runway. Some boring ass shit to me. And I don't want no man want to put on no women clothes. I'm just saying. So anyway, I mean, maybe it's because I'm older. I don't want to see no man with no goddamn woman clothes on. I don't know. Don't seem fun to me. And I don't know. Maybe some men like to dress up. So they start talking about, so the man, Janet ain't dead yet, right? So Brittany boyfriend started running his mouth about when Janet come, the last time she came, Kristen was talking shit. And she was gone in 2 minutes, and could she be nicer to her when she come? Just the boyfriend talking to Kristen. Could you be nicer to her when she come? Because, not for her, but because it stresses out Brittany. She said, y'all ain't got to say nothing. Whatever the fuck I said, she could have got her kid, went and got in the pool, and whatever. We wouldn't have nothing to say to each other the whole time. So we see Chris say, listen, you knew over here, motherfucker. So, in her confessional, you knew. Mind your fucking business. Yeah, you in some territory you don't got no business being in. You new to the group. So we see Lala at the party, and she starts saying, well, to me, this is for Janet and Jason got there. And she says that seemed like y'all going with what Brittany said. Y'all got like a hive mentality where everybody just Janet, and can't nobody think for themselves. And Kristen ain't like that. So she went around and asked each person, do you think for yourself? You think for yourself? And everybody said, yeah. So she says, so she don't know what the hell she talking about. So, well, no, that's not what Kristen said. What Kristen says, because you sitting around la and listen to one side of Janet all day, that's the shit that you believe. So they said she was late, I think, because she had a fertility appointment. So, you know, everybody, Kristen let everybody know that Lala was giving her perspective on what she sees is going on with Janet and the people and the dynamic in the group. So after that, Christian just said, listen, I'm tired of talking about this bitch. She ain't even hearing we talking about her. She getting exactly what she want. She want us around this motherfucker talking about her and seeing how she doing. So anyway, we got where Zach goes to Jan and say, let's talk. And he said, let's see what she up to now, because she loved to play the victim. So she says, she tell him something that every year, last year was a real hard lesson for her. She learned that she needed to learn how to choose her words. And she said she knows she was hard and she don't want to do it again. And he said that shit was hard for him and he don't want to do it again. I don't want to be a repeat. He said, it's your language that you use. So he said, let's talk about Nia and Danny. She's like, I'm not going to talk about them with you. She said, yeah, you is too. He said, because what you like to do is you like to destroy people and you always got to fucking be right. And he said, and then she tells us in the confessional, what the fuck is the problem now? I'm speaking different. I'm moving different. Yeah, but you only doing it to me because you trying to make friends. It ain't authentic because there's little things that you say in between, like when Lala told you to come meet to talk to Zach and you was like, if he got a whole list since COVID, it's gonna be a bunch of little bullshit. Ain't nothing major. Ain't dropping no bombs. She's just talking about little shit. Okay, I could deal with that. And then it was some other thing she said too. And he said, why you not going to talk about Danny and Nia with me? And she said, I don't have the opportunity. He said, yeah, you do. What you do, because they're fucking in the house. Me upstairs feeding the baby. So anyway, she said, listen, I'm sorry I hurt you. I'm grappling with always having to be right. I'm struggling with that myself. So I'm trying to change that. Let me change that. Give me that opportunity. And he said he was happy to hear the things that she said. And, you know, that he can see some growth in her. But I know Zach, he gonna watch that bitch. So you get fucking Jesse come over and break it up. Y'all know he talking for 45 minutes. It's a pool party. So, it's Lala and Tom and Michelle. And Lala said, "You skirmish when people act. You get embarrassed easy, huh?" And she said, "Sometimes about sexual stuff." She said, "So if you was the queef, would you be embarrassed?" And Tom laughed his ass off. And Michelle hit Lala on the side. And then we see Janet, and so after a while, you hear somebody looking for some weed, and it's Janet and this Christian. They sitting there getting high together, and they having a good time because you getting high. What you mad about? You hear Christian say, "Yeah, I'm getting high with her, but this ain't no olive branch, just us getting high." So I think that's gonna help us some. So you hear Luke say later on, "I'm gonna pee in the pool, then we can go home." And then and Christian kind of laugh. So they start telling. So Jesse in the pool screaming. Michelle and Tom kiss. Michelle and Tom kiss. And Michelle said, "I'm not kissing Tom." He said, "You got my permission." She said, "I don't need your damn permission or something." So they're all having fun. Tom get a kiss, but it's a kiss on the lips from Lala, and they all just kind of laugh. And then Lala said, "Yep, this group, we have a real good time together. The best ever at the pool party. We drinking each other, we kissing, we having fun." And then a week later, when asses in San Diego, all that shit fall apart. So listen, you could have been anywhere, but you was here with me for 21 minutes and 15 seconds, and I love you for it. And I'll be back with another recap. Bye now.